Turnpike Sports is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weishuttle. Doug, the XFL Week 1 is in the books. Mookie Betts and David Price have finally gotten to Los Angeles after some wheeling and dealing by both parts. I don't know what the hell happened with that first version of that trade. And that MLB Houston Astros cheating scandal gets more interesting depending on who you read or who you talk to. I know Wall Street Journal had an interesting article, followed by The Athletic, who had a kind of a different theory on the whole cheating scandal.
No,
it's getting weird.
It wasn't a different theory. It was just someone had more input than everyone was saying.
Yeah, it depends on if you agree with the intern, which was the mastermind, or was Carlos Beltran the mastermind?
From what I'm understanding lately now is intern came up with the idea. Beltran, Core were the ones who implemented it. The
allegedly, I guess. I don't know.
The higher ups, acknowledged it, and supposedly Beltran was the guy forcing it through.
Well, it's getting more.
That's what the Athletic said.
It's getting more and more interesting, and now the MLB has postponed the decision on what to do with the Red Sox if any penalty is coming down. So I guess it's getting more complicated and more convoluted, and depending on who you read and who you talk to.
Especially when they introduced the new playoff format that they're toying with.
That's a weird thing, too. That's
I will tell you this. It's a veiled attempt to get more sports betting.
Well, probably. You got more games, and you're getting more. I heard it'll prevent. They think it will prevent teams from tanking because you have a better shot at getting in the playoffs. There's a possibility of smaller market teams getting into the playoffs, making a little more money. So
it's more
who knows?
It's more teams and more rounds.
Yeah,
and 7 teams each, and one team gets to bye in each division conference. I should say. My question is: are we going to be finishing up the World Series around Thanksgiving? Is that what we're doing now, or are we starting early? I just want to see. How long is the season? Right now, the season is kind of long as it is. It's probably too long. So is this the World Series going to become the November Classic?
The November Classic. Shopping for Thanksgiving dinner. I got to get home because I got to see the World Series.
I'm sure the NFL doesn't like it if it goes around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know. Well, we got a great show coming up. We have Turnpike Sports by the Numbers, where we're going to some interesting figures this week that Doug has compiled. We have the Turnpike Sports Book Report, where we talk about what's going on in the sports books across the country. And we're going to have a little analysis on the XFL to finish up everything because interesting betting weekend. So should be interesting. Well, it's been a busy week in sports, so let's take a trip down the Turnpike. And today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today, and now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Yeah, it looks like William Hill has finally found its media partner.
Oh, that's great.
They have done a deal with CBS Sports. Now, when I first heard this, I thought it was kind of interesting because I immediately thought it was going to be a TV type deal, mostly.
Yeah, I thought so. I watch CBS a lot. I watch it on Roku. They have a CBS Sports line, which is pretty good.
Well, that is.
I'm assuming that's going to integrate William Hill.
Well, that's the thing. About? That's what's going on. It's more the digital side than the TV side. Basically, the deal is CBS Sports has access to William Hill betting data and odds and lines and everything else, and they're going to be using that across all their digital platforms and also on some TV broadcasts.
Great.
And CBS Sports is March Madness, so perfect time.
Oh, exactly the perfect time.
Yep.
It'll be great. I love William Hill sportsbooks. They are so great, especially down in Atlantic City. I love the physical sportsbook, and I really like the their mobile site because I use that a lot.
And the other half of it, William Hill gets to exclusively promote their brand across all platforms that are owned by CBS.
Great.
Now, what that breaks down into, CBS Sports Digital already has, you just mentioned the Sportsline products.
Yeah, I like it.
So
I was on it yesterday. I didn't see.
They're now going to be just using William Hill brand stuff.
Okay, I guess they got.
Like what ESPN does with Caesars.
Yeah.
We're going to see that for William Hill.
I'm actually watching it right now. We have in the studio. We have ESPN on. And I see the Caesars. What do you call that? You're a producer. That right around you have the picture, but then you have the lines all the way around it.
It's called the picture with all the lines.
Okay, I thought there was a special name.
It's a framing.
It's a framing. There you go. It's framed.
Yes.
So, okay.
But here's the list of the digital products: CBSSports.com, CBS Sports HQ, which is what Sportsline is on.
Okay,
that's what you watch. CBS Sports HQ,
yeah.
CBS Sports Fantasy, and all the CBS Sports apps, and this other app, 24/7 Sports. So there's tons of digital outlets.
I got to tell you, I've never heard of 24/7 Sports. That's okay. That's
a CBS
See, you learn
product.
something new even when you're one of the hosts of the show.
Well, and it's similar to like what MGM and Yahoo were doing in terms of some of the broadcasts Yahoo does on their digital platforms uses BetMGM as their and also people are starting to refer to the Yahoo Sportsbook powered by BetMGM. Which is inaccurate to the nth
Where
degree.
is the Yahoo Sportsbook? Are we talking about a mobile thing, or is this an actual physical mobile? Physical?
It's just mobile.
It's just mobile. Okay.
Actually, if you think about it, New Jersey and West Virginia, that's where BetMGM is.
Okay,
and it's Yahoo Sportsbook powered by BetMGM, but that's the mixture of the Yahoo Sports app with the betting, just like what the Score Bet does.
Okay,
with Score Mobile.
All right,
and. Actually, what this does, it leaves one dance partner without a partner there. NBC is the only media company that does not have a sports betting deal.
Really? Interesting. I guess they're coming down the road. I mean, Fox has it, CBS has it.
I think this opens
ESPN and ABC have it.
I just want to know who would be left to deal with NBC.
I don't know.
I mean, you have...
Well, look, there's that big Penn National Barstool deal. I mean, Barstool is the media wing of it, so I guess Penn National.
Barstool is going to be the sportsbook brand.
Okay, so they're not going to be the media wing of it.
No, well, they're going to be doing that, but they're also going to be the sportsbook brand for Penn National.
All right.
Here's the deal so far: we have MGM, Yahoo, like I just mentioned.
All right.
Stars Group and Fox Sports.
Yep.
Penn National and Barstool Sports. I don't know what NBC would partner with.
Well, I'm sure they'll find something. I mean, look, there's a whole bunch of sportsbook. I did an interview with Betfred, and they're just starting to come into the U.S. in Pennsylvania, and I think they're in another state too as well.
They are in Pennsylvania, Iowa, and Colorado.
So
as soon as those launch,
they're out there.
Pennsylvania and Colorado haven't launched yet. They've partnered in Colorado with the Twin Rivers.
Okay, well, they're out there, and I'm sure there's other sites out there, especially European sites and Australian sites. Who knows?
Well, I think for William Hill, one of the big things in the CBS deal, they're part of the CBS Sports Fantasy family too. Mm. They get to show the William Hill Sportsbook with links to the fantasy audience that they have, and CBS Sports already has, across their digital network, they've got over 80 million users per month.
Wow!
So they may have the largest audience for a sportsbook, and I can understand why William Hill took 2 tries at this to get it done. They had tried it a while back, and it fell through. and they reignited the talks, and they made a better deal, I guess, that everyone could live with. So congratulations to William Hill and CBS Sports.
Exit 2.
All right. eSports Arena is starting up a semi-pro eSports league.
Okay. Is this like a G League for...
No, this is actually something for them themselves. It's a combination of professional esports players with amateurs. It's a play-in type of league.
Okay.
So the one thing I found interesting, this is the only reason I brought it up for this exit, they have a deal with Walmarts for gaming centers.
What do you mean gaming centers?
In certain super Walmarts on the West Coast,
all right,
11 of them to be exact, they have pro shops where they have little arenas set up for kids to
really?
go play.
That's pretty cool. You know, when I was growing up, they called them arcades. So now they're called, what are they called now? Pro shops, super centers? Or what is this now?
The pro shops are in the Walmart super
I remember in like department stores and diners all across New Jersey, they had the Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and the Galaga machines. Now I guess now they're doing it with semi-pro athletes here now, right?
Yeah, semi-pro
Okay,
esports athletes.
All right, all right.
It's going to be 2 games only: Fortnite and Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
I don't know what Super.
Don't ask me what.
I don't know what that is.
But it's going to be interesting because they've already gotten sponsors, and they're going to be pairing the sponsors up with teams. Nerf, Pop-Tarts, Cheez-Its, and Pringles are already signed up for sponsors with this.
I got to tell you, I love those sponsors. Every one of them, I love them.
I think you'd be sitting there eating the Pop-Tarts, Cheez-Its, and
by the way,
Pringles while
we
playing.
had a story on Pop-Tarts a couple weeks ago. What the hell was that?
They had their first Super Bowl commercial.
You know, I tried those Pop-Tarts in the mini Pop-Tarts in the bag, the individual bags. They are excellent. They're fantastic.
Yeah, and
I just wanted to say that. They were great. I saw Pop-Tarts. When else do I think of Pop-Tarts until I see it? So,
they're going to be doing this with these sponsors. 40 players going to be participating in qualifiers. They're going to be chosen to be in an April 17 draft. So they're having a draft for the teams. And players are going to be compensated $1,000 a month across a 20-week period.
Nice.
And then they're going to be able to get prize money. 4 highest-ranked players at the conclusion of the season have the opportunity to retain their spots in the league for next season. And then it all starts all over again the next season, where other amateurs have to play for spots on the teams. So it'll be interesting to see this little development. I mean, I thought it was interesting. I never thought somebody had deals with Walmart.
So officially, Walmart has everything now.
Pretty much. But
you can buy milk, an axe, or hammers, nails, cough drops, and now you can play some esports.
Yep, they're going to be
pretty much everything.
They've got 2 dedicated arenas in California, and they've got pro shops inside Walmart. They started this in 2018. I must have missed the announcement, but they have 1,000-square-foot pro shops within super centers. 11 more are going to be open by April, and there's going to be a total of 18 Walmart super centers with esports arenas in them.
Okay.
Exit 3.
And we just had the XFL launch, and
I was pleasantly surprised at the quality of the play. Very surprised. Well, I expected the AAF kind of football talent, but no, this was pretty good.
Well, the one thing you always have with the new league, especially nowadays, is fantasy partners.
Sure.
And sports betting partners, too. I can't forget those.
I didn't even attempt fantasy because I just don't know the players.
Well, they also had that issue.
I guess that'll grow on me.
Who was the one team that didn't have their quarterback start as a
Landry,
game-time decision?
Yeah, Landry Jones. Hey, if this is if this league is based on sports betting and things, I kind of need that information of who your starting quarterback is pretty quick. So
yeah, there should be no game-time decisions.
Don't give me any game-time decisions if you're really focusing on the sports betting aspect of it. You know.
Well, we'll get into that.
That's the one game I lost, by the way.
We'll get into a little bit more in the last part of the show. But DraftKings and Fanduel have partnered with the XFL. FanDuel and DraftKings are both going to be the official daily fantasy sports partners for the XFL. DraftKings also got the official gaming operator, which is betting. It was interesting that they're able to use logos and everything else on their websites and everything for the XFL. People are going to be doing different fantasy contests for both sites. I think it's interesting because how can you do the fantasy without seeing any kind of stats?
I don't know. And my hat's off to Fanduel and DraftKings for actually putting the time in to actually put numbers to these players, because I don't know how they do it. Because and they're usually pretty right. I'm pretty surprised at the work Fanduel and DraftKings does when putting values on players.
Well, Fanduel went the extra step too and had a XFL kickoff show.
Okay.
Through their what's the one, More Ways to Win on TVG. They had a special XFL episode.
All right, that's interesting.
I guess they're using the stats of the pro players that are in there.
That could have been helpful. Yeah. So,
well, actually, it wasn't because of
I did pretty well. And by the way, the reason I did well was pure luck, absolutely pure luck.
Well, I think
because I didn't know the players and whatever.
The XFL is going to be interesting to watch as it goes along.
Sure,
and
sure.
I think the fantasy sports players are going to probably benefit more than the bettors, I think, because they're going to have a lot more feeds going on with the terms of statistics and everything. And the bettors probably won't have a kind of really impact until maybe the third or fourth week, because everything's just really starting up. And what was that? What did they say during the games? They didn't have contact in the training camps. Until they didn't have any contact till the first game.
Yeah, I guess they weren't. I guess they did, which I wasn't aware of until I heard the announcer say they did have exhibition games, but they were more like practices where no one tackled.
No one touched.
No one touched, no one tackled. I don't know how you not touch a player in a contact sport, but there was no tackling. So, it was, having said all that, like I said, I was surprised at the quality of the play. So, yep.
Exit 4.
And the NFL seems to be coming around on betting. And the one instance where this is shown is they are now looking for a VP of sports betting.
Which is weird. It's great. It's great that they're embracing it. After living in New Jersey and 8 years of a court case that made its way to the Supreme Court where they were fighting against sports betting, it looks like they're going all in, to use a sports betting.
Well, the new role will oversee the league's betting initiatives.
I didn't even know there were betting initiatives for the NFL.
Well,
I guess he has to come up with betting initiatives.
Well, this is what I'm wondering, because we're seeing all these different media deals and everything else for their sites, the websites and all that stuff. Here are the 4 pillars for the VP of sports betting for the NFL. Continuing to protect the integrity of the game, advancing NFL's brand and reputation, driving fan engagement globally, and growing the value of the NFL's data and IP.
Don't they have people to do that now? Why do they need a special vice president for it? Don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I think that the title is fantastic. But don't they do this now?
Well, what's interesting, especially now with the Jaguars doing back-to-back games in London this season coming up, I guess this actually reflects the global growth that they're trying to do. I know they did that World Football League that one time, which was basically a feeder league to the NFL that was overseas. That was bad. But I wonder if they're going to start seeing more and more teams looking at London, other places over in the UK at least, where they can actually play more games. And I always think the Jaguars are going to move to London.
Yeah.
But the one thing that statement, driving fan engagement globally, and the NFL's betting initiatives, are we going to start seeing NFL.com and the NFL Network having betting information up on the screens?
I think that's where it's heading. That's what the XFL did. They were talking about the spreads, the over-unders on the broadcast, and I think that's probably what you're going to see coming from the NFL. So, well, today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today, and now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with Drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports. You can call or text us at 609-512-5910, 609-512-5910. You can email us at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And you can also follow the show on Twitter and Facebook. The handles there are at Turnpike Sports for both of those. Don't forget to subscribe to the show through Pandora Podcast, iTunes, iHeartMedia. You can also watch us on TV, on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com and click on the TV link there. And also we have a YouTube channel.
Well, stick with us. Later on, we're going to talk a little more XFL. You can find out how we did in our first weekend of betting the XFL. We did pretty well. Then we're going to have the Turnpike Sports Book Report, where we talk about what's going on in the sports books across the country, and also the Turnpike Sports By the Numbers section. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. William Hill and CBS Sports have inked a partnership deal. Under the agreement, CBS Sports will have access to William Hill betting data and odds, while the sportsbook will be able to exclusively promote its brand on CBS websites and digital outlets. The NFL will be hiring its first ever vice president of sports betting. According to the league, the new VP's role will be to advance the NFL brand, stimulate fan engagement, increase the value of NFL data, and to protect the integrity of the league. And finally, NASCAR has partnered with Penn National to increase its betting options for its viewers. The first offering from the new partnership is a free-to-play game where people can use their mobile devices for a chance to win a jackpot. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports. Having a rough morning after a long night out? That's why there's Morning Recovery. Morning Recovery is the flagship product of More Labs, and it's scientifically engineered to outsmart rough mornings. Use promo code Radio15 at morelabs.com and get 15% off of your first purchase of Morning Recovery or any of their other great products. That's Radio15 at morelabs.com to take advantage of this great promo of 15% off of your first purchase. Morning Recovery from More Labs, so you can work hard, play hard, and live life without compromise.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, ooh, and a third item you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. Go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus the 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. That's BABE16, because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
And By the Numbers is sponsored by William Hill Online Sportsbook in New Jersey. Sign up at William Hill in New Jersey using promo code PIKE150 and take advantage of William Hill's best promotion to date. You'll get $10 free cash just for registering, plus a first deposit match of up to $150. That's promo code PIKE150 at William Hill in New Jersey and get $10 free cash and a $150 first deposit match. William Hill Sports Betting, America's #1 sportsbook. Get in the game, New Jersey. Must be 21 years or older and physically present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 800gambler.org.
Okay. This is the Turnpike Sports By the Numbers, where we let the numbers tell the story.
Sure.
First number we're going to talk about is 45. And I figured since we've been spattering XFL talk throughout the morning here, 45. That's the percentage of people polled who said they were excited about the launch of the XFL.
Is that good? Is that a...
It was more than expected.
Oh, okay, good. I was interested. You know why? Because we have a local team in the mix. We have the the New York Guardians.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that they have it in the cities where most people are.
And here, the 31% of that 45% said what excited them the most was the inclusion of veteran players or known players from the NFL and upcoming talent that wasn't in the draft. Mm-hmm. So it's a combination of veteran stuff that people are familiar with, not only in terms of players, but also coaches, too.
Well,
I mean, I think people kept mentioning Bob Stoops. You had the Guardians coach, McBride, the former Giants
Gilbride.
guy. Gilbride. I keep on saying McBride on him.
You know what I also saw is Jerry Glanville. I don't know, I forgot what team he was coaching for, but he was defensive coordinator in the league. And
he was for the team the Guardians were playing.
Oh, was he Tampa Bay?
He was Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay, it was Tampa Bay.
I'm trying to figure out where the name Tampa Bay Vipers came from.
I guess there are a lot of snakes in Tampa Bay.
And let's see. The other interesting part, and this is something we can talk about in the last segment too. A lot of people like the idea of shorter games.
Well, they're quicker games. I'm certainly there.
Which wasn't necessarily the case, and we can go into that.
So they're quicker games. Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
So new rules was also one of the big things people were excited about. Non-controversial players was also one of the responses.
Interesting.
So give the league some time to get that one. They just started. Sure. I know they had one guy throw a punch.
Yeah,
so.
He got thrown out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next number, 7.6 million.
7.6 million. Okay.
The number of ESPN Plus subscribers as of February 3rd.
Wow, great.
Up from 6.5 million on December 28th. So they've added another million users in a month.
Well, I mean, did they get a big bump from the McGregor fight?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that was all about the McGregor fight.
Well, so ESPN Plus really started as a UFC outlet almost.
Sure.
They actually had 500,000 new subscribers just from the McGregor fight alone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because they had a special deal. You sign up for ESPN Plus, you can actually get the pay-per-view for $64.99.
So that was for the whole year?
No, just for the fight.
Just for the no. But I thought I saw a deal where if you sign up for the fight, you get a special price where you get the fight and you get a whole year.
Well, you sign up to be an ESPN Plus subscriber and you get the special price for the fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good.
Same thing, but
I think
different
semantics.
Yeah,
I think we're saying the same thing.
It's a semantic issue.
Yeah.
2.4 million.
All right.
That's the amount of money that the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is going to spend on April's NFL Draft.
Interesting. All right.
The draft's going to be held April 23rd to the 25th. It's going to be downtown on the Strip at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo Road.
Now, it's going to be, I think, from what I saw in one of the pictures or the drafts of how the stage is going to be, it's going to be over one of the fountains, over one of the water.
Bellagio.
It's going to be right there. I wonder if there is going to be a prop bet. Who's going to go into the water first? Who's going to take a dive into that water?
Well, from what I'm understanding, they've got a red carpet in front of the Bellagio,
okay,
the fountain in front of the Bellagio. There's also talk about having gondolas. The people the draft picks that are like the
Will
first
you
round,
row them up?
Row them up.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be great.
I don't know if they're actually
definitely
going
into the water then.
It'll be interesting to see if they actually
funny.
go through with that. But they are going to be spending a lot of money on this. That's only the first estimate. You may see a lot more money coming in for that stuff. It's the main stage is going to be in front of Caesar's Palace, Caesar's Forum, whatever they call it, and the Link Promenade.
Okay.
So it'll be fun to watch. It'll be a little different. I think it's going to add to the betting on the draft.
Sure.
Especially being in Vegas. 102.1 million. That was the audience that watched Super Bowl 54 across the television and digital broadcast. So it was actually kind of interesting because everyone always says the NFL's ratings are down. But they're getting more and more audience people because of the digital side.
Sure, I think so. I mean, look, they have to really, modify how they look at ratings and decide what ratings are, because there's different ways to watch sports now. So I think they have to revamp that whole analysis.
Well, Nielsen's coming up with new measurement
they should
statistics and formulas because of Twitch and some of the other streaming channels, because there's no way to really measure a lot of this stuff anymore on the digital side other than the old way of impressions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're watching it on the phone versus a tablet versus a computer versus TV, everything's going to affect the bottom line numbers, and also it affects how much you can charge for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the 30-second spot went for $2.5 million,
something ridiculous.
Yeah, and 60 seconds went for 5.5. That was the highest it's been in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting. I also saw one other number for the last part of the segment associated with the Super Bowl: 4 million. That's the number of followers Jennifer Lopez got because of her halftime show.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's only 4 million. I thought you'd get a lot more.
I'm shocked that in just 2 weeks?
Yeah,
a week since we're removed from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, week and a half.
You got 4 million in 2 weeks.
Right, great. And the By the Numbers section was sponsored by William Hill Online Sportsbook in New Jersey. Sign up at William Hill in New Jersey using promo code PIKE150 and take advantage of William Hill's best promotion to date. You'll get $10 free cash just for registering, plus a first deposit match up to $150. That's promo code PIKE150 at William Hill in New Jersey to get $10 free cash and a $150 first deposit match. William Hill Sports Betting, America's #1 sportsbook. Get in the game, New Jersey. Must be 21 years or older and physically present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 800gambler.com. Stick around, because coming up we have the Turnpike Sports Book Report, where we look at what's going on in the sports book across the country. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Debt reduction depends on creditors' balances and payments, client testimonials, or dramatizations.
If you owe $10,000 in credit card debt and your minimum payments siphon away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit cards.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Call Get Debt Free now to resolve your debt once and for all.
My family no longer has 20 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. Make one monthly program payment and free up your cash. Call 800-683-4844. 800-683-4844. 800-683-4844.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-231-9279. That's 800-231-9279. 800-231-9279.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report.
And the Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sports book. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and $20 bonus at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right. We just had the Oscars. And we had a surprise winner.
I did not bet on them.
Had a surprise winner for the best picture. What was that? Parasite?
Parasite, yeah.
The South Korean film.
I guess the favorite was 1917, and I guess some betting experts there's actually betting experts for Oscars, believe it or not. I heard them on the radio. But some actually said take a hard look at Parasite, and you know what? Yep. They were right. So I guess that was that. I don't even know what the odds were for
certain books had them around plus 275, plus 300.
Oh, that was a nice payout.
Yeah. Well,
that was a nice one.
Again, you don't normally see a foreign film like that winning.
Well, it's the first time, right?
Yeah, and it was also the most. They kept saying it was the most diverse film of the bunch of the crop that was Best Picture. So I mean, he was up against what? The Brad Pitt DiCaprio movie.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, something like that. And a whole bunch of 1917.
Yeah.
I got to see 1917. Everyone's talking about the way they shot it.
Yeah.
And
check it out. I haven't seen one of those movies, by the way.
No.
Not one.
This was the first year I didn't see any of the movies up for an Oscar. So, but New Jersey reported their numbers for betting.
For Oscars?
Oscars alone.
Okay.
The handle was 380,000.
All right.
Which isn't too bad.
Hey, you know.
I mean, for like a novelty bet. Mm-hmm. I guess it was a novelty bet. I guess some people took it seriously.
Sure.
But they paid out $340,000 on the 380,000 handle. So it was a hold percent of 10%.
Oh, okay. Hey, some smart betting on the Oscars in New Jersey, huh?
Yeah.
Good for New Jersey.
Well, I wonder how many people bet Best Picture versus not betting Best Picture.
I don't know. Are there parlays for Oscar betting? I don't even know this. Who knows?
I guess it all depends on the gaming commission. None of the other states have reported yet.
Never even thought of betting on the Oscar. It just never occurred to me.
I honestly lost track of when they were being broadcast because we were watching the XFL stuff. Yeah, and right. The XFL was going on at the same time the Oscars was going on. So it was, football or Oscars. I'm always going to choose football. And speaking of XFL, two sports books were talking about some of the take that came in. Over in Caesars Sportsbook in Nevada, they had reported that on the first game, less than $10,000 total was bet on it. So I guess that's a matter of trepidation on the customer part, not wanting to put unknown money on unknowns.
Sure. I mean, it's going to grow. Already it surpassed the AAF, so it's going to grow. Once you're more familiar with the teams, familiar with the players, I'm sure first the bookmakers are going to have a handle on it and put the proper spreads and the proper over-unders, and also the betting public is going to get aware of who's playing and what the best course of action to do with your money is with regard to the league.
That was interesting because you mentioned the sports book getting better at it. Circus Sports opened up all the games at a low over-under.
Okay.
And they saw action raise it to 54 and then down. It settled around 51 and a half.
Yeah.
But they started low, and a lot of people took advantage of that one.
Yeah. Hey, and a lot of people are saying, the bookmakers are still getting used to it, so a lot of the sharps are saying this is a time to bet on it because, you might have some angles that, take advantage of the bookmakers' unfamiliarity with the product. So, might be a good time to place a bet.
Over in West Virginia, I mentioned this in the rundown segment, the Yahoo Sportsbook powered by BetMGM. I wish they'd rephrase that. But they have launched in West Virginia. So they are now in 2 states. BetMGM is now in New Jersey, West Virginia.
All right, great.
Iowa and Indiana both released their numbers for January. In Iowa, they had a handle of $58 million and a revenue of $3.2 million. The retail mobile was $42.58. Mobile had 58% of the handle. So, again, mobile is showing that's the way to go for this stuff.
You have to do mobile. I don't understand states who don't have mobile when they legalize sports betting. There's actually still states that don't put mobile into the legislation. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it.
And Fanduel continues to lead the retail channels with 25% of the handle. They haven't launched mobile yet. So as soon as they do, I'm sure that's going to change too. Indiana, they had a handle of $170.8 million. That they had a revenue of $12.9 million in that state. So they're growing. They've got mobile. They had a split of, I think it was, I don't have the number here because I forgot to put it in my notes. So they have a more mobile split than as usual. Anytime you see mobile, they're going to be doing it more.
Sure.
The Gaming Commission also announced they're adding the United Soccer League Championship Division as part of approved betting events.
Where's this, Indiana?
Indiana.
Okay.
They just added it recently. I think it was 2 days ago, as a matter of fact, that they just added that in. So soccer's becoming another betting event.
Soccer's huge for betting. Because you know why? It's overseas, and you can bet on it in the morning.
Not every league is... Not every league is approved for betting, though. That's the thing. It's interesting to see.
But if you want to throw some money down in the morning, especially if you're on the East Coast, guess what? Go to soccer. Learn your soccer.
Yeah. Last two stories for the book report. In New Jersey, Australian firm BetMakers announced a deal with the New Jersey Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association and Monmouth Park to provide live fixed odds racing betting in New Jersey.
Okay.
They also are going to be the exclusive distributors of Monmouth Track's betting data.
Okay.
So anyone wants to deal with Monmouth Park, they got to go through BetMakers to do to get the odds broadcast across the country. And last but not least, Kindred Group, Unibet.
All right.
They are already in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. They've announced that they've entered into a 10-year deal with Caesars to get market access in their third and fourth states. They're going to be in Indiana, partnered with Caesars Horseshoe Hammond, and in Iowa with Harrah's Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
No timeline for launch of the Unibet product in those states, but they do have a 10-year market access deal, so they have included those states in the terms of Unibet's reach right now.
And the Turnpike Sports Book Report was brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sports book. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and $20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Stick around when we come back with Turnpike Sports. We want to talk a little XFL, see how we did with our betting prospects of I haven't even looked at the games for next week, so we'll just talk about the first week. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. We'll get back to the show in a few moments, but I just wanted to take some time and tell everyone about Bean Genius, the smart specialty coffee subscription service. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country. They feature over 2,000 specialty coffee blends, all at your fingertips at BeanGenius.com. Here's how it works. Head on over to BeanGenius.com and take their palate profiler test to find out what coffee best fits your taste. Then select from a variety of subscription plans. Every subscription comes with free shipping, and delivery can even be scheduled for once or twice each month. And based upon your review of each coffee blend you try, Bean Genius actually learns your individual taste preferences and then suggests future coffee blends for you. And now you can get 10% off your Bean Genius subscription when you use our promo code PIKE at checkout. Bean Genius offers a variety of subscription plans to suit any coffee lover's needs. Subscribe with Bean Genius today and start enjoying some of the best tasting coffee around. And save 10% off your coffee plan with promo code PIKE.
Tax Solutions Now is a complimentary referral service that connects callers to companies that provide tax services.
Money matters. If you owe thousands in back taxes to the IRS, how much can Tax Solutions Now save you?
I paid less than I owe.
That's right, money matters. So call Tax Solutions now and get the IRS off your back. Since 2014, Tax Solutions Now has been a leader in the tax resolution industry. Remove wage garnishments, property liens, fines, and penalties. Qualify for the Fresh Start program or even uncollectible status. How much can Tax Solutions Now save you?
I owed the IRS over $10,000. I paid a fraction of what I owed.
Call now to reduce or even eliminate your back taxes.
I called Tax Solutions Now and got the IRS off my back. Thanks. You saved us a ton of money.
Money matters. How much can Tax Solutions Now save you? Call now and find out.
Call 800-683-7377. 800-683-7377. 800-683-7377.
Having a rough morning after a long night out? Stayed at the party a little too long and you have work the next day? Well, we've all been there. That's why there's Morning Recovery. Morning Recovery is the flagship product of More Labs, and it's scientifically engineered to outsmart rough mornings. Their patent-pending formula has been designed to boost your body's natural response to alcohol, rehydrate, and restore your body's vital nutrients. What's that all mean? It means Morning Recovery helps you feel better after drinking. Take one full bottle right before your first drink, between drinks, or up to 1 hour after your last drink. Go get some rest and wake up feeling like $1,000,000. It's that simple. And we've got a special offer for you. Use promo code Radio15 at morelabs.com and get 15% off of your first purchase of Morning Recovery or any of their other great products. That's Radio15 at morelabs.com to take advantage of this great promo of 15% off of your first purchase. Morning Recovery from More Labs, so you can work hard, play hard, and live life without compromise. Portion of Turnpike Sports is brought to you by PointsBet.com. PointsBet has one of the best sign-up offers in New Jersey. Go to PointsBet.com and sign up using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and when you deposit $50, you'll receive a $100 bonus. That's deposit $50, and you bet with $150. So sign up today at PointsBet.com using our promo code PIKE and start having some real fun. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. PointsBet. Stay sharp. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. So, Doug, the XFL has week one in the books. Yep. And speaking of the books, a lot of sports books in New Jersey had some XFL packages or some special bets you can do. So it was fun betting on it.
I hate saying this. It was a shot in the dark.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. By the way, I won three. I bet on all 4 games. I won 3 out of the 4 games, and pure luck. I tried to do. I heard DC had a great team.
Yep.
So I put money on DC, and it also helped that I recognized the quarterback's name, Cardinal Jones, who has NFL experience and
who played very well.
Very well. So I was happy with that. So the other 2 were a shot in the dark, and the one I bet on the New York Guardians just because they, my home team. So I put a little money on that. I guess it was plus 3.5, and they ended up blowing out the Tampa Bay Vipers.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I don't. It was fun. It was fun to watch. The one thing I liked about it, there wasn't as much hype about it before it launched.
I liked that it wasn't as quirky as the first version of the XFL. There's no he hate me. There was no. I remember the first XFL. There was no kickoff. I think the 2 guys had to run and grab the ball down the field. I mean, that was strange.
They took it more serious this time.
Yeah, no. This one actually, I like their kickoff rules. I think the NFL might want to look at that. But the one thing I really liked was getting a behind the scenes view of the officiating.
The replays.
Yeah, the replays. When they looked at the replays, you heard their analysis, which was great. I think the NFL should really look into that one.
Well, the one thing I liked about the replays, and I hope the NFL actually brings this up, is the fact that they had a replay official make the decision whether to there were no challenges. Mm-hmm. The replay official said, "We're going to stop the game. Let me review this play."
Sure. Yeah.
So that came from the booth. That didn't come from the sidelines. That didn't come from the referees. And, there were a couple interesting results from it. I mean, I remember one catch that looked like it was incomplete, but 2 steps down, blah, 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 and it was ruled a fumble, and the Guardians returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah. And you know what? And you might not agree with it, but you saw what his reasoning was. You saw the officiating reasoning in the booth, and I thought that goes a long way in showing how hard the officials work and what their thought process was.
The one thing I liked was when I heard the replay official start looking at the replay, and he went, "Ooh, this is a tough one."
Yeah, I know.
And that's nice to see.
Yeah, no way.
And it was quick.
They have
it
a hard.
Quick.
Yeah, no, it didn't take a lot of time. And and speaking of quick, I like the play clock. Was where they only have 25 seconds between plays,
and also it doesn't stop. The actual game clock doesn't stop too.
It's interesting. I was listening. They had a lot of people mic'd up, and I was wondering, oh my god, I hear the coach and he's sending down the play, and the quarterback isn't saying the entire thing that the coach was saying regarding the play. I was wondering, how do they get on the same get in the same space and the same board, and how they figure it out? And then I realized, and someone said it, that not only does the quarterback have the coaches in his helmet,
players.
There's skill players that have the
center, the receivers, the running back,
which I think is great. I mean, the NFL might want to look into that. I mean, that's very interesting.
They do some of that because what this quarterback says in the huddle is what has everybody's pieces to it.
Yeah, I know, but when
it's a lot quicker.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's on the same board that they would know what they're doing, and it's a lot quicker.
Well, that goes with the shorter play clock. They had to come up with something to keep the play clock short, and that actually solved that issue.
Yeah, I think it's great.
What was actually really interesting, everyone keeps comparing it to the AAF, and ticket sales for the XFL has already surpassed the entire season of the Alliance of American Football.
Good.
They had 3.3 million viewers on ABC, compared to 2.9 viewers for the AAF opener on CBS. The other thing is I noticed, because the stations, the networks bought into the league, bought the rights.
Yeah,
they actually had professional crews doing the actual games.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think the announcers were great.
Yeah, no, they had pro announcers, and I also noticed the Roughnecks, the only team that had advertising on their uniforms.
I didn't even notice that until you told me that.
Bud Light Seltzer.
All right, I didn't even notice.
Not a fan of Bud Light Seltzer, but
I've never had it, so I don't know. But I just didn't notice their logos.
They had the logo on the back of the helmets.
Okay.
Right. And just in some betting information here, I thought it was interesting. They had fewer offensive plays than they had planned for. So that contributed to the opening games going under.
Okay.
Most of the over-unders that were set.
All right.
The averaged, I think it was, the average total was 38.5 because of that last game of the night on Sunday night.
Oh,
there was
that
no
was
scoring whatsoever.
Well, see, I went with Dallas. They were heavily favored. They were plus 9.5, and the only reason I went with Dallas was because I recognized the quarterback's name, Landry Jones, but it turned out he didn't play.
Yeah.
So that was the one game I lost.
Well, the one thing that's going to change the over-unders is the fact that in the first week, they were converting less than 50% red zone trips into touchdowns.
Well, look, I mean...
that's the first games.
The bookmakers are going to take week one, they're going to formulate what they're going to do at week two, and I think you're going to see, when it comes to over-unders and spreads, I think you're going to see more accuracy from the bookmakers.
Well, as soon as the teams get more efficient,
sure,
the over-unders are going to go up. Right now, the first week, the under was 3-1.
Okay.
And also the futures market changed because of what happened with Dallas and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay and Dallas were supposed to be the two best teams in the league.
Tampa Bay was supposed to be very good.
They were terrible.
They were awful.
But those two came into week one as the favorites in most books. But now week two saw a little shift. Right now, a lot of the books have the DC Defenders as the number one team in terms of winning the XFL championship.
Okay.
So the futures market, I think the futures market is going to be more volatile than people think. I think after this second week, you're going to see a change again.
I know. And by the way, they're starting off with a pretty good game of next week. Two of the stronger-looking teams will be playing each other, D.C. versus New York. So,
well, you got to hope New York can actually put together two good teams. Someone actually said
battle of the undefeated. So, so we'll see.
Are they the only two undefeated?
I don't know.
Think so.
Well, no, probably not.
There's got to be 4 undefeated teams.
Yeah, I think that's what they're. Yeah, look, it's a hype machine, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're trying to do that.
Well,
so.
You know what? They weren't hyping it. Well, I think the under-hype helped a lot with this.
Yeah, no, I
was impressed with the football.
I liked the football. It was good.
I mean, it's not great football.
The last game was kind of boring because there wasn't a lot of scoring, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, but it's not great football. If people came in looking to see, I want the NFL football, you're not getting that yet.
All right.
You're not going to get it. But week 2 should be fun to watch.
It should be. I'm going to watch week 2. So, hey, enjoy the XFL. And, warmer weather is on the way because pitchers and catchers are reporting. So there's something to look forward to. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.